Yes, I was a virgin until I was 31 years old. I knew that I was different from the time I was 5 years old. I knew that there was something non-traditional about my feeling towards boys. It felt like I was showing up dressed to a costume party where no one else was in costume. The self-esteem issues that come with being marginalized by so many people for so many years are really sort of grave. So I would go to school during the day and get battered in the hallways, and then come home and get battered by my father, who would say things to me such as, "Do you really need that piece of cake, or would it kill you to not have the French fries?" I had an addiction to plastic surgery from the time I was 18 years old. It followed my eating problems. I had my nose done, I had my chest recontoured, I had my love handles lipoed, I had my stomach lipoed, tissue fillers, Botox, you name it. It would also make people feel that I was more interesting or more exciting. So there was sort of a badge of glamour. Feels like it's all moving way too fast. Because I had been so marginalized and had been told in so many different ways that my sexuality was something that I should be hiding, I sort of focused on my career instead, and I sort of let my career be my cover and my plastic surgery be my cover. And I had an amazing career trajectory in Hollywood. It was sort of a meteoric rise. I started as an assistant, and I was a senior vice president before I was 30. You know, there's a shelf life on being that wonderkind. I've been in the pathway of a number of celebrities, and through the years some of those people have become personal friends, and it's a challenge to maintain friendships with people who are in the spotlight because their lives aren't like yours and mine. It was very difficult to start dating at 31 years old, having no romantic experience at all, and sort of learning for the first time at a point when people are finding their life partners. The first few people I fell into bed with were famous men. The only thing that I had as a knowledge base for sex was adult films, which is what I depended on for a number of years. And I remember seeing an ad online that one of my favorite porn stars was now seeing clients, and we had this, you know, ridiculous chemistry. He asked me if I planned on making another appointment, which I guess is a hooker's way of asking you on a second date. He was 38 and Jewish and had a master's degree. I mean, everything on paper was perfect. It was exactly who you want to bring home to your parents, except that little hooker porn star problem. Come on, hit me with your best shot. I feel more comfortable in my skin at 40 than I did at any other point in my life. Things like plastic surgery were my go-to solutions, and now all of a sudden, rather than thinking that, the first thing that comes to my mind is, you know, maybe I buy a pair of pants that's a 32 instead of a 30. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker. With a title like Porn Again, I think readers expect a book to open with a bang, as it were. So the idea is that I wanted people to see where the journey ends up, and that while there are some dark moments and some very serious parts of my story, that it sort of ends up in a place that's fun and exciting and has a sense of humor.